I'm Derek Sawyer, and I'm a fourth-generation Kansas farmer.
And I'm Katie Sawyer, a journalist and publicist for our family farm, Sawyer Land and Cattle.
I've known all my life I wanted to farm this land near McPherson, which was my grandfather's before me. My grandpa died suddenly in 2006. Later that same evening, my dad and I had a long discussion about the farm's future. He made the unselfish choice to allow me to take over the operation. Ever since, my dad has worked alongside me on the farm. I take the gains and losses and make all the major decisions, but I certainly listen to my dad. I'm not dumb enough to ignore his advice. Dad and I worked hard together for a couple years, but there was always something missing.
I've always loved to write. Right after college, I went into the newspaper business. I was planning to move up the corporate ladder in a large media company, probably away from Kansas. My mom's dad farmed in Idaho, and we'd go visit the farm about once a year, and that was my exposure to the farm life. I was pretty much raised a city girl.
A lady that we each knew from town brought us together. We actually had a conversation about the birds and the bees, livestock style, on our first date.
From there, it was a series of 1 million questions, 1 million adventures, and me falling a little more in love each day with what he did and how he did it. We got married in 2010, and I've been learning and writing about farming ever since.
Our farm does both traditional farming and livestock, so there's never a dull time of the year.
When I made the decision to make my life here with Derek, I knew my career would be a little bound by geography, but that's the give and take of this life. I now have 2 young boys, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. There aren't a ton of opportunities for journalists in McPherson, so I've made some for myself. I started a blog called New to the Farm that I use to share about farming life. I publicize our farm through social media and our farm website, and I also write for some regional papers. Plus, I've learned I really love working with students and teaching communications. It's been really fun marrying our worlds to help educate consumers on how their food is grown.
We often open up our farm for blogger tours or to host legislators. It's very powerful for people to see firsthand everything farmers do to feed our country safely and affordably. Katie and I are proud that we have merged our personal and professional lives so we can grow our own business, provide high-quality, affordable food for the people of this country, and be there for our kids.
It's an ongoing balancing act between work and family, but so far we've managed to make it work.